What up? It's your dude Tank Lip. We on some more 2015 shit. Welcome to August 2015. Okay? I'm gonna do a response to that dude Charlemagne the God. Like, there's a reason they calling that dude the God. Like, he on some crazy philosophical type shit. And I'm in agreement with the dude. Alright, and the shit I'm going to touch on today is in relation to chinx drugs, you know, death. Like, dude got shot down and shit. And I was emotionally touched by some comments that the dude Charlemagne the God, you know, pointed out. Like, he hit it head on. Like, he said, you know, basically, like, fuck this philosophy of you gotta give back to the hood or you gotta give back to the streets. Like, how ludicrous that is, because, you know, the streets ain't gonna love you back. You don't gotta give no love to the streets. They ain't gonna love you back. That hood ain't gonna love you back. They vultures. They gonna take from you. And, like, my response to this is basically to say the same thing that Charlemagne the God said. Like, that's why I'm liking this dude right now. Because I would have said the same thing that he did, maybe with a couple spin-on words and shit. Like, and what I want to say to this is, there's a way to give back to the hood. There's a way to give back to the streets. There's a way to love the streets. And give back that love to the hood, you know? Like, put out some good music for those still trapped in that hood and in the streets. Like, give them that music to survive. You know, I'm from Queens. I'm from that hood. That struggle. And in fact, so was my dude chinx drugs. You know, I believe he's from Queens. That's where he got shot down. And, like, to divulge a little bit of my story, like, when I was able to break out of that struggle, escape from those streets, I couldn't fucking run fast enough. I be in the suburbs now, fucking eating chicken franchise with a side of spaghetti, a nice side salad with some ranch dressing, and a nice Coca-Cola to wash that shit down. And I walk out to my car and I drive myself home, and when I get out, I'm going to wave with a nice smile to that white man, to that nice black man, to that nice Asian woman, to that Russian girl. It ain't no Russian roulette. She just walking a dog and shit. You know, peace in the streets. You know, so remember, like, that was a fatal flaw in chinx drugs thinking, to have to be, you know, continuing to surround himself in a place he could have broke free from. Same thing with the dude Meek Mill, you know, he talking about recently, I think it was on the Breakfast Club. You know, the second he can fucking book out of Philly where he at, he gone. And, like, I'm praying for the dude because, you know, he's a big target with all that money and all them chains he be wearing and shit, and nice cars. People know he got that money. They trying to be on that payroll. You know, it's like a shakedown, like modern day shakedowns and shit, except he is trapped. He on some parole type situation, so he can't leave, you know, except to travel for shows and shit. But for the most part, he's still trapped in that. I don't know that that was a situation for the dude chinx drugs. And, like, what Charlemagne the God is trying to say is what I want to say. Like, there's other ways to love them streets and give back. Like, put some good soulful music. Like, something to keep them cats moving while they in survival mode till they can break out. But if you can break out and leave that hood, you fucking book as fast as you can out that peace and count your blessings. Because let me tell you what, that hood, like Charlemagne said, don't love you back. They vultures. For what they couldn't break out of, they're not going to love you back. They're going to take from you. And in this situation, they're going to kill you. And they shot down the man Chinx Drugs, and that's a sad situation. So I just want to say, you know, a lot of cats be like, I got to give back to the streets. I got to love the hood. Like, yes, you can. But it ain't where you from, it's where you at. Because once you dead, you gone. Real talk. Tank lip talk. Goat shit. Like, fuck that. No, homie. Them streets will eat you alive if they can. Them cats is jelly that they didn't break out to. They're going to take from you until they kill you. So, you know, be thankful for what them streets gave you. Let that knowledge enrich you with wisdom that you can put in your songs, and let your songs give back to them, something for them to hope for, while they in their survival mode till they break out too. There's more than one destination. You gotta stay in the same place. Any more than doing the same thing twice is usually you're just an act of insanity, because you're going to get the same results. So if that struggle was your streets and you keep going back to the streets, you're going to get that same struggle. You want something different? Fucking leave that hood. Y'all got to get your perspective straight on what's, you know, loving the hood and giving back to them. Because that shit just might eat you alive. Tank Lip, 2015, we out.